Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Teacher Gloria's Feeling, teaching adult education, HSE, ESL, and TESOL, or anyone who wants to learn. This is a lesson on homophones and the great trio of there, and there. Homophones are words that sound alike, but are spelled differently, such as there, and there. T-H-E-R-E has 5 functions in a sentence. It can be a pronoun, a noun, an adverb, an adjective, or an interjection. T-H-E-I-R, there, is a possessive pronoun because it indicates ownership or belonging, and it is a word that takes the place of a noun. In some grammar books, it's called a possessive adjective, which is also correct in case you see it, and you now won't be confused. It's called a possessive adjective because it describes a noun. So, for example, if I say their car, it actually is a word that describes the car. So it could be also called an adjective. I refer to it as possessive pronoun. T-H-E-Y'-R-E, there, also serves one function in the sentence. It is a contraction. The word they is the pronoun. The word are is the verb. And together, dropping the a, adding the apostrophe re, they become there. One word. There's a fourth there that is often overlooked. And it's because it's technically casual English. It's not grammatical. It's there are. So you have the pronoun there and the verb are that blend to become a contraction, there're. Just like there is becomes theirs. There are drops the a, adds the apostrophe re, and becomes there're. It's casual because it happens when English speakers speak quickly. If you want to say something like, there are a lot of people, it might come out, there are a lot of people, when you're speaking fast in English. Let's take a closer look now at each word. T-H-E-R-E, the word there as a pronoun, is exemplified here. It is introducing a sentence that contains the subject at the end and the verb in front of it, such as there is no more soup. Also, she was born there too. There is a pronoun. For example, if I talk about two friends, Jack and Jill, Jack was born in Chicago, and Jill was born there too. I've now used the word there to replace the word Chicago. T-H-E-R-E, there, as a noun, is exemplified in this sentence. I can pay for college, but you're on your own from there on. Perhaps some parents tell their child that they can pay up until a certain point, but once they reach a certain condition, the child has to go from there on independently. So it could be a condition or a state of being or a situation. And that's the noun that there replaces. There can be an adverb as in getting to a point or at a place in time or action. Dad, are we there yet? Being at a place, an ambiguous place. How many times has a child asked his or her parent, Dad, Mom, are we there yet? There being a place. You're trying to get at a place. It's an ambiguous place. She paused there for emphasis. So you're at a place and perhaps you take a pause or a breath. She paused there for emphasis. There can be an adjective. If person A asks, who hit you? And person B says, it was that boy there. Now there has modified the word boy or described it and has become an adjective. That boy there. There can be an interjection when we're dealing with feelings. There, don't cry. You can comfort or console someone. There. Maybe you borrowed a pen from a friend and they say, I want my pen back right now. And you throw it at them and say, there. Maybe you're angry. Or perhaps you had a 20-page paper to write and you finally finished it and you say, there, I'm finished. Relief is expressed. So there can be an interjection. What about showing possession? We talked about that earlier. as a possessive pronoun. These are their pens or their dogs played together. And as a contraction for they are. Instead of saying they are shopping at the mall, you can say they're shopping at the mall. They're my favorite shoes. They're his biggest health concerns. Maybe someone goes to the doctor and says, you know, my neck and back ache, and the doctor now knows they're his biggest health concerns. Let's practice with some examples in sentences. They're my best friends. They are my best friends. They're my best friends. Their car. Whose car is it? Their car. So an active possession or belonging. Their car hit the car in front of them. I can show you the highway, but you're on your own to drive from there on. You're now in a situation called there. I can take you only so far, but after that, you're on your own from there on. Question, can you point to the man who stole your purse? Answer, yes, it was that man there. So if you're trying to describe a particular person by indicating who they are, you can use the word there. It was that man there. I hate crowds because there are too many people around. You see how quickly I said it. When I'm speaking naturally in English, I don't necessarily distinguish there are or there're. It comes out as there. Again, I put an SIC behind there, sick, to indicate that it is not grammatical, it is not formal or traditional English, but it is casual English, and people do say it. So now you can tune up your ear when you're listening to English speakers. I like Edgar Allan Poe and Willa Cather. They're two popular American authors, indicating they are. They removed their shoes before entering the house. Possession. They did their homework after school. Possession, possessive pronoun. Here's a combination that's crazy. There's some teachers who said that they're their own worst enemy while pointing at their students there. This actually could come up in a sentence. I made up this sentence just to give a little bit of humor and comic relief to our studies together. But sometimes people do say things like, they're their own worst enemy, pointing at their students over there. So that's just an example of how all of the homophones could be used at once. I'm going to emphasize, as I often do, your responsibility when you're learning a language. Get out of your comfort zone. Practice speaking with native speakers of whatever language you are learning. You must actually use the language. Don't just write it down. Don't just read it. You want to go out and use it for a purpose, such as communicating with someone. Maybe you want to ask for directions, or maybe you want to be social. Try to use it, get experience, and learn from your mistakes. I know it's not comfortable, but I know you can do it. So to review, I have created a quiz is game for you. Here is the link to the game. You can use your app or you can click on the link. Please look in the description box below this video and in the comments to click on the link. And also after the game code expires, watch for updates because I will keep refreshing it as early in my convenience as I can. So you can go to this link and the code is current as of May 25th, 2021, 62547866. When you click on the link, as I have here, here's what will happen. Your browser will open the quiz is link. It's a little bit of processing. You will enter your name, whatever you want to call yourself. You can make up a name. And then click on the start button. And that will take you to the game where you can review. So, thank you for studying with me today and happy language learning.